Hey everyone, Rock is George here from the Rock is George podcast and the loudest.com on the planet, knac.com. And here's another vinyl unboxing video. This one's a big one. I found this at an FYE up in the North Shore of Massachusetts. It's Megadeth's Death by Design box set. It's rather huge and rather large, and it celebrates 35 years of the legendary band with a 368 pages uh hardcover collectible book, sponsored by Heavy Metal. The story is inspired by 35 of Megadeth's most killer songs. Plus it includes Warheads on Foreheads 4 LP collection, which is their greatest hits that they released a few years back. And I'm going to take the plastic wrap off this so it won't look so shiny, and I'll show it to you again. I got this at what I think is a bargain basement price of $80. I'm assuming it was on clearance. I don't know about your FYE, but mine look like they're dying a slow death. So the cover of this is just a little sheet of paper here. So let's turn this around. How's that look? There we go. Death by Design. You can see it's autographed by Dave Mustaine. So that was a bonus. I didn't notice that at first. So this is just a sheet of paper. It comes off. I assume that's a little poster for me. And then on the back, you have the track listing for the album. That I believe this covers all their albums for Capitol Records and beyond. Let me take a look at the list real briefly, and I'll tell you. Yep, it's got a song from at least one song from each of their albums throughout the years, and put that down there. Let's take a look at the box set a little more. Oh, it does have the picture on there as well on the actual box. And you can see that it's really thick. See the book here, the album's here. Over, you can read the back. This is an FYE exclusive edition, apparently. There's some code down there. Heavy Metal magazine, comic books. That shows you how big into that it is. So let me try to get some of this out. Oh, all right. Several pieces in this, and I don't have a lot of room here. Here's the Death by Design book. We'll get into the insides of this a little later. I figure instead of just opening up and showing you pages, I'll do a cutaway. There's the back of the book, a nice picture of Vic in gold. All right, let's go to the albums because it's the main reason I got it. I'm not a huge comic book guy, but I've read a few in my lifetime. So here's the cover of Warheads on Foreheads, the greatest hits of Megadeth. They put out several greatest hits over the years. This is probably the most comprehensive one. And on the back, some great artwork of Vic. Well, now he's not so much hand-drawn as he's computer generated, which kind of stinks. So on the inside of the album, I would assume is a preview of what to expect in the comic book, which is some fantastic artwork. This looks hand-drawn. This doesn't look computer, but what do I know? I'm not a comic book fan. And that covers my whole ugly face, so I'm sure you enjoyed that. Let's see what we got here for album. Whoop, that's more artwork. So we'll open up the first. This is a double gatefold, apparently. So I'll open this up to that. That's pretty cool. I'll try to get that reflection out of there. Some more cool Vic artwork. And then we got some more on this side. The front cover, or an alternate version of the front cover. Kind of classic Vic right there. Kind of a nod to Killing Is My Business. So I believe the vinyls are color. I believe they're Coke bottle green. So we'll take out the first vinyl. And it certainly is. Kind of. The Coke bottle green. Yeah, kind of. I like it. It's pretty cool. I assume that they're all going to look like this. I can't imagine there's going to be much difference from vinyl to vinyl. And at least the pockets are up the top, so you could just pull them out the top instead of sharing stuff down the sides, which I absolutely can't stand because it can slide out either side. So, yeah, all the vinyls, Coke bottle green. Some cool Vic artwork in the middle, which I assume is from the comic book. And again, top loading the albums. Fantastic idea. Oh, pretty cool. It kind of matches their Live in Boston Coke bottle green set, which was from another record company, but I have a feeling that the record companies share material these days, no matter what the name is. There's the last one, the fourth one. That contains more of their newer material, which, fans are mixed on. Fans will not let Megadeth go of Peace Sells, but Who's Buying, or Rust in Peace. But they've certainly made some good albums after that. I like The World Needs a Hero, and I also liked one of their newer ones, 13. That was pretty good. And their last album, The Sick, The Dying, and the Dead. Fantastic album. So we're going to cut away to some of the pages from that gigantic book. So I'd like to tell you that I have great production values here at Rockish George Studios, but this is what we got. So here's the book that goes with the box set, Death by Design. I'm going to show you some of the pages. I'm not going to spoil all 340 pages for you, but you can kind of get an idea of what to expect. Some fantastic artwork. Rattlehead from one of the earlier Megadeth albums, if not the first one. Great artwork there. Skip ahead a little bit. Maybe we can figure out the songs together without having to go to the beginning of a chapter, but you can see artwork's a little different from story to story. Pretty cool things here. Some like done in the old animation style. Some I'm not big into comics, but I'm sure there are those of you out there. This is Good Morning Black Friday. I'm assuming each comic is done by different artists and different writers for Heavy Metal Magazine. Some really good stuff on display here. Got Kingmaker starting to get into later albums rather than earlier albums. The gray style, dark color comics here. Dystopia, more modern Megadeth albums and songs. Some great artwork here, if that's your thing. It's certainly a great box set to go with the comic, and probably recommend reading along the comic as you listen to the song. Be pretty cool. Good artwork there. I want to spoil the whole book for you. I just want to give you sections. There's modern day Vic. I want to give you sections so you can decide whether it's right for you. Yeah, that's some pretty cool artwork right there. Hopefully you can still find this box set. A deal like me, head over to FYE if you still have one. About halfway through the book here. Give away too much. As you can see, more differing styles of artwork. I'm sure this took a little while to assemble. I think this is going to take a pretty long time just for me to get through it. Megadeth, a lot of their songs, military, politics, war. Obviously depicted in the comic book here. This is pretty extensive. I can't believe how big this is. The shift in style for the artwork. Not going to drag it out too much. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but as you can see, the different changes in styles. Some of this is pretty violent. Maybe not for kids, teens, maybe older teens, adults. I mean, obviously it's geared towards adults because of Megadeth's legacy, but it's certainly a lot of younger kids at their shows when I went over the summer. Seen something like this in a movie on the USA Network. This is a good depiction. So we got some zombies. Now we're getting into some really different style. More of Vic Rattlehead. Wish I could play some Megadeth in the background while we look through this, because that'd actually be pretty cool. Yeah. It's pretty detailed artwork there. Comic book fans or non-comic. Wonderlust, a great song by Megadeth, but maybe it's a better comic strip. Believe that's from the Risk album. I can't imagine that it was on the greatest hits collection off the top of my head. I can't tell. I guess it's better than Crush 'Em. Washington is next. I like the varying styles of artwork. It's pretty brutal. Spare me, YouTube. Devil's Island. Fantastic song from P Cells, who's buying. Get to the end. It's the last one here. Public Enemy #1. Very underrated Megadeth song. I think it was nominated for a Grammy, or that album was 13, I believe, was the album. A little more commercial than Megadeth fans like, but great song. Got to take the good with the bad. Can't all be rest in peace. Killing is my business, and business is good. The first of many super long titles. Megadeth's career. It looks like it's going to be the end. Hope I didn't spoil too much for you. Embossing on the back. So that's the big Megadeth box set, 4 LPs, and a gigantic comic book, Death by Design. You may find it at your local FYE. It did come out a few years ago. Hopefully you find it at a good price like I did. Once again, what's featured? Pretty good stuff. Of course, I'm biased because I'm a Megadeth fan. You've been great. I've been George Dion. I'll see you again soon.